Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business. Let's wake up the football gods here. And let me thank you great fans out there that make sure that I am well informed. Like Miss Jackie, she constantly sends me stuff. I say Sal, but it's Saul, I believe. Forgive me, you told me how to say it. It's like Raul with an S. Saul. Okay, I'll work on that. And Mark Sampson. Now, understand, I'm a carpenter, cabinet maker by daytime, of course, family man, husband, father, and stuff like that. And a YouTuber by night, evening, afternoon, early morning, whenever shit happens with the Dallas Cowboys. And understand that football is not an exact science. There is nobody, and I mean nobody, that gets everything 100% right. It's the nature of the beast. It would be easier to predict the weather, and you know the weatherman is never right. If people were always right, then mock drafts would be like, there's no reason to have a draft. Here's the mock draft. That's how it's going to be. You can't predict who's going to win from week to week, much less from season to season. So one thing I take pride in is trying to do the very best that when I say something on here, I have something behind me to back it up. Be it research and looking at what's happened in the past, statistics, whatever it is, so that way it is something legit. I do my research. And it's funny because a few days ago I did a video about Carson Wentz, saying, is it time to worry about Carson Wentz? And I was talking about how long he's been healing. It's been 6 months now. You know, Doug Peterson seemed kind of testy about questions about Carson Wentz's health, and I pointed out that it's been 6 months. And when you think about Tony Romo coming back twice from back injuries, it was 3 months or less. In one case, it was only a couple of weeks. And so my emphasis was, is it time to worry? And it's funny because, like I said, I am not, working for ESPN or NFL Network and things like that. But a lot of times I'll do something, and a couple of days later, exactly what I said is being up. And it was Mike Farrella the next day with Sims, and they were talking about Carson Wentz, exactly what I said. It was like, okay, that's kind of funny. And so Mark, over in England, he shared me blogging the boys post about Chris Richard and the change in philosophy of cornerbacks. And I've been talking about George Iloka because George Iloka is 6'4". I talk about Joe Jackson, who is 6'3". That Chris Richard likes these taller cornerbacks. And Jordan Lewis is 5'10". Jeff Heath is about 5'11". And that's where you look at Brian Browner and you look at Richard Sherman, which are both taller cornerbacks, bigger guys, that's what Chris Richard likes, and that is the evaluation. And lo and behold, that's exactly what they're talking about in that. So it's kind of cool when you kind of talk about something and somebody else backs it up a couple of days later. But speaking of backing it up, Zeke Elliott, as we could see from last night's home run derby, you saw Dak out there. He was just smooth and fluid, home run. Zeke, on the other hand, well, you could see him spinning through the line like that, picking up extra yards and stuff, right? Not quite as fluid as Dak. Now, we know the Cowboys drafted 2 running backs. One, Tony Pollard, who could actually be our third down back. A guy who kind of gives you something a little different. He can be like a wide receiver. He can be a outside runner. There's a lot of things that he'll be able to do to help take up some of the slack. Well, Zeke is kind of like 5 words. I haven't slowed down yet. I think that's what it was. Something like that. To the point of, I don't need no rest. I'm hungry. I want to eat. I have not slowed down yet. And I don't plan to. So keep feeding me the damn ball and let me make my yardage. True, you have not slowed down yet. I don't want you to slow down. I want you to be at full go at the end of the season, ready to rock and roll going into playoffs. And I kind of like the concept and the idea of multiple weapons out there, change of pace, getting something different, a different look, giving defenses something different to think about. We've done the whole thing where we're 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Let's keep you fresh so when you're out there, you're more effective. And B, let's make the defenses have to work to get a tackle. And as far as the contract goes, to me, and again, I'm giving you my opinion, and anybody out there who tells you that I'm quoting somebody else is a damn liar, especially if you're saying I'm quoting two people and that you make me take a video down. Ain't nobody made me ever take a video down, but be that as it may, this is my opinion. The Cowboys would be better off paying Zeke now, getting the guaranteed money done while he's still young, as opposed to let him go through this year and then next year and then trying to pay him. Because now you're kicking that can further down the road where, one, it may be more expensive, and two, if you do it now, it's a 4-year deal. By the time he's 27, if it doesn't end up working out, you can let him go without paying. Now, I'm hoping that we see an Emmitt Smith type career from Zeke Elliott, where he ain't slowing down no time soon. But you can't bank on what you hope. What you really have to bank on in the NFL is not with your heart, but with your head. And rationale tells you that running backs, 27, start to slow down, that they cannot take 300 carries year after year after year and think they're going to have a prolonged career. Zeke is a beast. Zeke is the engine that makes this game run. More the reason why you want to make him productive for as long as possible. Because running backs like Zeke Elliott are generational. They don't exist. And you got to take advantage of it while you can. I'm Mark Holmes. Oh, wait, I think there was one other one here. Let's see. Wait. Yeah. Chasing down Sean Lee. The good thing about this clip right here is Sean Lee is running and he didn't pull a hamstring. I'm Mark Holmes, and as always, thank you guys, girls, and kids for being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Thank you, and I think I'm going to be doing something later with my man, West Coast Cowboys. So be looking for that later on tonight. Got to take my dad to the train station so he can go visit my sister. Other than that, I got to go get back to my day job. I'll see you soon.